Okay, last one is over here.
There's another one you have to do.
Yeah, then we gotta go to the other side and do it. Tell me when you're ready.
Ready.
Hey, it's Brock here from Rock Hill Farms, and today we're gonna finish building my Woodlander trailer for my Woodland Mills HM 130 Max Sawmill. I built 90% of it maybe 2 days ago, and if you haven't seen that video, I'll link to that at the end. But today we're gonna finish it and then kind of give a walk around of all the things I like about it, or maybe things I think could be better. So let's get started. Last thing we did in the previous video was put the wheels on, the tires on. Now we've got this fender bracket. You slide that down in, it's got a hole right here. And once that comes out the bottom, you're gonna put this keeper pin in to hold it in place. You've also got a knob here that you lock down on it as a secondary way to hold that in place. But that means taking the fenders off, if they're in the way of your milling process, is really easy. You just pull the pin, loosen the knob, lift the fender off. Once we have the bracket on, set the fender on, and we have 2 bolts on each side. Takes a 10 millimeter on the top and a 13 millimeter on the bottom. Okay, loosen that up. Pull the pin out, fender off, fender on. Not bad. All right, this thing's starting to look like a trailer. Next, we have this bar right here, which basically holds the receiver, turns this into a trailer. This is our tongue, I guess is the term for it. And here's our receiver. I say this all the time, but I'm terrible with terminology. So we're gonna take our tongue, bolt it to the hitch coupler with 2 of these, what are they? M12 by 70 bolts. Next, we've got 4 of these long bolts. These are M10 by 160s. They've got lock nuts and washers. We're going to drop 2 of them through these holes here. And those 2 clamp around this shaft. Then on the other 2 bolts, it's a little bit different. So these 2 go through this shaft and around this shaft. On the other section, we go around the top bar and through this bar. And now to secure these 4 bolts, we've got a couple of these pieces of flat stock. Okay. One of them goes through a hole on the tongue. I feel like this is gonna be slightly awkward getting this held up and getting these nuts started. So, we got 1 bolt through, the 2 bolts through, and we've got our nuts started and it'll hold itself now. For the other one, we're going to put our 2 bolts through here and then drop it over the top of this bar into the holes on the tongue. It's always exciting having a project like this and realizing that how close you are to the end. Pretty pumped. I've wanted this for a long time and almost there. So this bracket right here holds your tail lights. And behind where the tail lights go, we've got a little bracket here, and this is what bolts on to the end gussets that we put on in the previous video. And that's done with just 4 bolts. All right, now all of our trailer lights are already connected, so we're not doing any wiring at all. We're just putting these lights in place. There's a short one and a long side, so I gotta see if it matters which side of the trailer the cable runs down. Okay, it says to run the wiring down the right side of the trailer. I'm guessing that's from the position we're at, the right side. So Should just be a matter of poking this light through. Alright, so I didn't see it ahead of time, but it actually says to put the lights on this bracket before putting the bracket on the trailer. We'll see if I have to take it back off. I doubt it. Probably just a little harder to get the nuts on here. You've got this light here. Pokes through the side of the trailer. And that's going to bolt on right here. Yeah, we haven't seen you in a couple weeks on the channel. You got any updates? What's going on with you?
I just had surgery.
Surgery for your tonsils.
Uh-huh.
And you're signed up for
Football.
flag football.
Uh-huh.
And one of your front teeth's coming in.
Uh-huh.
You see that? He hasn't had any front teeth in a while. Oh, it's getting big. So while I finish this, he's going to do some fishing. Okay, to start with, I just ran everything up here. And then we've got two more of these smaller lights that go in the front corner, exactly like the other ones went on the back corner. So we'll put those two on. Then we'll go back down the length of the trailer, and we've got clips that fasten the wiring to the side.
One fish. Papa, I think the best spot. Papa, I think the best spot's over there.
Yeah. Now we're going to take this long remaining section and slide it down the tube of the tongue until it comes out the other end. And we got enough slack to reach the truck. I've already got an adapter that takes me from the round plug down to this older style 4-pin plug. So the trailer wiring is held to the side of the trailer with these little clips here. Little bolts with nuts. That's how you keep it in place. Next step is installing the Woodlander nameplates. They go right here. Same old thing. Like a giant erector set. We got bolts and nuts. We are almost done with this whole build, and there have not been any missing parts to this point. Now it's getting easier because I got a wrench holder.
So Papa doesn't have to do it.
Yeah. So I got one worker on the inside and one on the outside. Okay.
Grab it.
Hold on, let me put all 4 of them in, then we'll do 4 in a row. Okay, we'll do this one first. So put your wrench on it. Tell me when you're ready.
Ready.
Oh, you sure you got a hold of it good?
Yep. Wait, not yet, not yet, not yet. Now.
Okay, now go over to this one on the top.
Do a zapper.
Yep, tell me when you're ready.
Ready.
Now the bottom one over here.
This one. This one.
Ready?
Hang on. It's on. Can you put wrench on it?
If you need to, you can put the wrench over here like this to the side. Then you got more room to get your hands in there. Go ahead and get a hold of it.
Yeah.
You ready? Okay, last one is over here.
There's another one you have to do.
Yeah, then we gotta go to the other side and do it. Tell me when you're ready.
Ready.
Okay, so now we got our safety chains for the trailer. I'm gonna find the middle of that. So, you get your helper over here, you get him all ready to go, you check his muscles. You got any muscles? Show me your muscles. Those look pretty good. And there's a hole up at the top of the tongue. We'll find the middle of the chain, stick the bolt through the chain, and then through the tongue. Okay, let's put it through from this side so you can run the drill. Okay, I don't do it till I tell you. We get this through, we get it started.
You never do by the people's hands in the way.
You gotta wait till the person with the wrench tells you they're ready. And then whenever you run it until it goes pop, 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 and then you stop. Okay, I'm ready.
Good.
Let's see, is that tight? No, it needs to go a little bit more till the chain gets tight. Get it all the way on there and then push forward on it. Okay, go ahead. There you go. Now it's tight. Now we got our safety chains. Yeah. Okay, slide those straps, spread them out. It's on. You can't tilt it this way. It's on. I've got that one last step to do, but it's about to get dark, and instead of using the last of my daylight to do that, I can always do that tomorrow. I wanted to give you my thoughts on this trailer and putting it together. So my experiences with Woodland Mills has been that they're phenomenally detailed and accurate with everything they send you. There's not been any missing parts. There have not been any late deliveries. There hasn't been a single thing in the instructions that didn't work or wasn't clear. This has a lot of pieces. You're doing a major assembly to do the sawmill and the trailer, and they made it straightforward, step by step, exactly what to do. Now on the trailer, there was one section of putting the panels on where I kind of tweaked their method and did a little different, but that was really personal preference. Now, as far as what I think of this mill trailer, I love it. It's compact. There's nothing extra. You know exactly what you need for the mill with just a little bit of added rigidity to make it into a trailer. Torsion axles that can flex. Now, this is not a heavy built trailer. If you were building your own trailer, let's do a comparison there. If you were building your own trailer, you're gonna have a lot of time and money and energy invested into the planning and the design. And then what you're gonna get may be better in some ways and maybe worse in others. Like, you could build a much heavier built trailer than this, but then you need, a bigger tow vehicle and all those different types of things. I love the simplicity of the way this trailer integrates with the mill. The quick remove fenders, they're very easy to do. The easy drop down jacks that I can run up and down. You use a level and an impact and just zip those up and down until you get it in place. Now, I can't speak to durability until I've used it and, used it quite a bit, but I could not be more impressed with everything about this. As far as assembly time, I think 2 people, it's going to take you an entire day. That's my experience with it. I think I've seen other people that did the whole thing in a day, but I think by myself, I'm definitely budgeting to have 2 days. And if you're not in any hurry, just take your time, and however long it takes is fine. But there was nothing about it that was complicated or overwhelming. I would also say there's nothing on this mill that feels like a weak point or underbuilt to me. Now, there are a lot of extra features that would be cool to have, and those are add-on things. Like, I never felt like I needed any kind of a log ramp or a winch up on the top to load the logs, and they sell those options to help you load logs if you don't have a tractor. I never felt like I had any need for that, but in this case, if you're taking the mill with you and the property owner doesn't have anything to load them with, I feel like it's a lot more necessary to have something like that if you don't have a tractor on site. So that may be something I look at adding in the future. I've actually got 3 more Woodland Mills products that I'm going to be showing in future videos. But for right now, I'm excited to put this thing to use. The next 2 days I have major projects planned, but I think after that we're going to be down here by the pond doing some milling, and then it's a matter of finding out how this is going to fit into my Quonset hut and getting started on actually building a building that is specifically designed around this sawmill. Alright, well I appreciate you guys taking time to watch this video. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.